A wave of protests over the death of George Floyd spread from coast to coast on Saturday and spilled over into the morning.
I want to be able to go in a white neighborhood and feel safe. I want to be able, when a cop is driving behind me, I don't have to clench and be tense, okay? I want to be able just to be free and not have to think about every step I take.
Authorities responded to a fifth night of protests while at least 25 cities across the U.S. enacted curfews. Peaceful protests took place, as well as acts of vandalism in cities large and small. Numerous states have either activated or requested National Guard forces to assist their cities. There was a scuffle in Times Square when several New York City police officers in helmets took down a protester to effect an arrest, and an NYPD vehicle could be seen burning near Union Square. In another incident, an NYPD vehicle appeared to drive into a railing blocking protesters after items were hurled at the car. At least three. The Minnesota National Guard had more than 4,100 citizen soldiers and airmen responding to the Twin Cities, according to a tweet from the Guard. The tweet said over 10,000 National Guard members are expected to join the response. A group of protesters who were marching from Minneapolis to St. Paul tried to cross the Lake Street Marshall Bridge, but were met with tear gas. Protesters could be seen running back in the direction that they came from. CNN's Miguel Marquez nearby as protesters held their hands in the air as some people shot off fireworks. Law enforcement let off tear gas and the crowd scattered. Cars were set on fire in Los Angeles, Seattle, and Miami. Members of the California National Guard were deployed to L.A. to support law enforcement authorities amid protests, Mayor Eric Garcetti said in a statement to CNN. One demonstration in Los Angeles led to clashes between police and protesters. Police vehicles were vandalized by some protesters who kicked in the windows or sprayed the cars with graffiti. Police fired rubber bullets at demonstrators who chanted "Black Lives Matter" and "George Floyd." Looting could also be seen as protesters went under a metal gate inside a store and walked out with various merchandise in Los Angeles. There was also an extensive looting in Philadelphia. Protesters there also vandalized the statue of former Mayor Police Commissioner Frank Rizzo in front of the city's Municipal Services Building, as seen in live aerials from CNN affiliate KYW. Philadelphia police say protests at City Hall and the Art Museum began peacefully before a group of others began committing criminal acts, including vandalism, said authorities. Aerial footage from CNN affiliate WLS showing protesters in Chicago vandalizing police vehicles, some throwing water bottles at police officers in riot gear, while others were seen lifting police barricades and throwing them at police cars. At a press conference last night, Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot said that she had been engaged the past 6 hours in, quote, watching a tragedy unfold in our city. What started out as a peaceful protest has now developed into criminal conduct. In Washington, D.C., U.S. Secret Service police vehicles near the White House were vandalized by protesters with graffiti, seen in video shot by CNN. In another incident, a fire could be seen burning behind the historic Hay Adams Hotel near the White House. In Atlanta, members of the National Guard gathered at Lenox Square Mall after the police department said that it would be assisted by about 20 other agencies to monitor activity and protect retail centers. In downtown, the Atlanta Police Department said one of their officers appears to have been struck by someone riding an ATV and sustained significant injuries as a result. The Georgia governor signed an executive order on Saturday night authorizing the activation of up to 3,000 National Guard troops statewide. Kemp calling for the activation in advance of several planned protests on Sunday. Ohio Governor Mike DeWine activated the Ohio National Guard to respond to protests in Columbus, according to a release from his office. Columbus City Council President Shannon Hardin says she and Democratic U.S. Representative Joyce Beatty of Ohio were among those sprayed during a protest in Columbus Saturday morning. Beatty tweeted a photo sequence of the incident. Democratic Representative John Lewis releasing a statement Saturday night saying he understands protesters' pain, but he called on them to refrain from rioting. I know your pain, your rage, your sense of despair and hopelessness. Justice has, indeed, been denied for too long. Rioting, looting, and burning is not the way. Organize, demonstrate, sit in, stand up, vote. Be constructive, not destructive. History has proven time and again that nonviolent, peaceful protest is the way to achieve the justice and equality that we all deserve. And ahead of what will likely be another wave of demonstrations, the NYPD is recommending any of those peaceful demonstrators simply move away from anybody that might be appearing to actually provoke police. Authorities want to focus on them instead. and not the peaceful protesters, Victor and Christy. It's really the message that we're hearing across the country from law enforcement officers.
Polo Sandoval with a look around the country as we're seeing this national moment for us there. Polo, thanks so much.